The second questions here will be from Mr. Walberg to Mr. Rooney.
Brian, during my time as a state legislator and congressman, I never voted for a single tax increase. Co-sponsored and passed almost 30 bipartisan tax cuts. Co-sponsored and passed a bipartisan welfare reform that included workfare plan. Was part of a team that turned a deficit-ridden state into a balanced budget surplus job-producing state with a AAA bond rating. Sponsored an all-of-the-above energy plan in Congress, and I've been recognized by independent taxpayer groups as a leader in the fight to cut wasteful spending. I was also recognized as an advocate for life by Michigan Right to Life and endorsed by many other traditional values organizations for my efforts for life and all other traditional values and foundational principles. What would you have done differently?
I would have tried to get some of the stuff you just talked about passed. I don't believe I heard anything in there that was, maybe I zoned out a little bit, but it's easy to co-sponsor something, but it's a little more difficult to actually get something passed. And that takes leadership. You talked about that earlier. And it not just, going back down to see your buddies, Michelle Bachmann and some other people down in Congress. It means saying, hey, I got a good idea, follow me. And sometimes it's appropriate to say no, no, no. But other times you need to stand for more than you stand against.
Possible rebuttal.
Yeah, there is. Truth in advertising. Brian, I think you did zone out. It's important to have ready consciousness when you're working with Democrats because they will try to trip you up on any occasion. I said I co-sponsored and passed almost 26, 26, or 30, almost exactly 26 tax cuts, including Proposal A, when I was in the state legislature.
I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about the Congress.
Well, yeah, but you're asking for leadership. And I passed bipartisan welfare reform that included workfare. Co-sponsored that. We passed that in this state. We turned a deficit-ridden state into a AAA bond rating in this state by actual hard work. I served in the only legislature in the state that a 50-50 split. Carolyn Chinks-Kilpatrick was my co-chairman of the Transportation Subcommittee on Appropriations. We worked together, and we did all of this in a bipartisan fashion. In Congress, we were in the minority, but we spoke strongly on the issues and continue to speak strongly on issues of health care reform and all of the BEV energy plan. I led that fight. Sometimes you win, sometimes you stand to fight another battle. In the state legislature, I showed that I could win, and this state turned around and became a magnet for business, for the economy, and growth. On top of that, I was willing to fight for years to end Medicaid funding abortion, co-sponsored that was signed into law.
Possible rebuttal.
My focus, Congressman Walberg, is on federal issues and the Congress. And your record in Congress was one of not getting things done. I'm not into demonizing people. When I was a Marine Corps officer, my boss, Colonel Kennedy, taught me early on. He said, Brian, whatever your job is in the Marine Corps, always remember you're a Marine Corps officer first. So even though I'm a proud Republican, I'm an American first. And I do believe there are Democrats and independents and other Republicans that you can work with to get things done because we're all Americans and we care about the direction of this country. Some are too far gone, but not everybody.